Hey everybody, hope you guys doing all right. A little bit ago, I was picking up intuitively that somebody was looking at me in a way that I'm a psycho. So I want to take a look at this word and see what it means and why these things might be coming my way. All right, so the definition right here is an unstable and aggressive person. So right from there, I agree. I am unstable at times and I can be very aggressive. However, let's look at the word stability because there's reasons for everything. So it's like, I want to figure this stuff out. So the stability, the state of being stable, and then I think I have stable right here too. Okay, so stable. Sane and sensible, not easily upset or disturbed. So the interesting thing about this is like I am at times easily upset and disturbed, although there's times when I'm not. But as far as being sensible or sane and sensible, I'm very sensible. If you look at the definition of sensible, I think I have it over here. Oh, it's complacency. Where's sensible? There it is. Okay. All right. So sensible, chosen in accordance with wisdom or prudence, likely to be of benefit. So everything regarding the hemp, regarding helping the planet out, regarding helping the children out, regarding helping humanity learn the lessons of greed and perpetuation of materialism and destruction and all this lower vibrational shit, that's all very sensible stuff that has very good benefits for the greater good of everything. So it's like when we label people, this is why I don't like labels. Like I don't like using the word schizophrenia or psycho or depressed or any of these things. It's really all just spiritual imbalances within inside the body. And it only makes sense that when we're living in a time with an infrastructure in a world, in a perspective, a perception of the way humanity thinks on the large scale is fucking crazy. I mean, it's psychotic. We literally live in an infrastructure in a time and place that we suck things from the earth. We kill animals at ever alarming rates. We wipe out fucking on like half. Like, if we could, we'd probably wipe out the whole forest. I mean, like the bounds for our consumption seems to know no real end when we're let to just fucking let loose, and myself included, because I know what it's like to just continue to consume. So I mean, all this has an effect. You know, we are living in a government that's controlled by people who don't have remorse, and that's another definition of the word psycho that is not accurate with myself. Is I do have remorse. I do feel bad about things. I mean, how many videos have I made saying sorry? You know, I say these things because I feel bad about stuff that I do in my past, so I try to make amends. I try to say sorry. I try to convey my sorrow to individuals whom I feel I have hurt. So, you know, just calling people these one label names like that, like that's all I am, like I'm just a psycho, like that's who Brian is, psycho. It's like, you know, I mean, yeah, there are some parts of me that can relate to being psycho and but there's also parts of me that can be very, very sane and sensible and unpsychotic, if you want to call it that way. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to continue on with this because I want to get into this because there's a lot of mentally ill. I mean, again, I don't even like using that. It's spiritual. We're spiritually sick. Like, to me, somebody who's sitting with a bunch of fucking money and not doing with it when there's tons of people suffering, I mean, that's somebody that kind of has no remorse for the suffering of other people. So, I mean, in my mind, that's kind of fucking psychotic. And I mean, maybe it's not unstable. That's more of a, whatchamacallit, was a sociopath or somebody who has no remorse, like, or somebody doesn't care about others. Like, what, I don't know what that word is, but that's not all that person is. It's just they've got a good relationship with that aspect of themselves. Just like I do have a good relationship with being a psycho. And if you look at the origin of the word psycho, which goes back to the Greeks, is interesting. Yeah, right here. Okay, relating to the soul, the mind, or to psychology. So it's like that word actually, and it makes sense because psychic, psycho, psyche, you know, I mean, it all comes back to the soul. Like, so it's like I really have just been speaking about things that are good for the soul, which is all about the love and the perpetuation. In my opinion, that's what I feel when I think about soul. Has to do with love power, with spreading the love of life and the love of your fellow human beings, creatures, planets, and bees, the birds, and the oceans, and everything. So it's like, yeah, I mean, there definitely is a part of me that is a psycho. It's also, the definition also has the word crazy in it, and I've always felt fucking crazy, so at times. But I can also be like the chillest, calmest dude. You know, it depends on the situation, my mood, and what the hell's going on. Right now, when I see humanity continuing to do silly, stupid shit all the time, it irritates me, man. People are dying. Like, you guys don't know what the fuck you're dealing with. That's what gets me. It's like you continue to speak in these ways and you do it in a kind of a smug, complacent fashion. So I'm gonna start talking about this word too, because too many people are complacent And that is, in my opinion, by the enemy's design. Because as long as they can keep you guys thinking that you got all your shit fucking figured out and you're good and you don't got to do nothing, then you ain't gonna do nothing. And you're gonna sit back and you're gonna watch the shitstorm go down. And then when the shitstorm's all done and you got your little fucking ranch or whatever it is you got holed up in, like, you're gonna be all alone, and like, they're gonna come after you too, in my opinion. Or you're gonna die fucking with just your little bit of, you know, family and friends. And it's like, that's really not even a fun way to live anyway. So complacency, in my opinion, is not all that good. I mean, there's times and places for everything, but to be in a state where you're just perpetuating nothing but complacency is wrong. Just like to be in a state where I'm perpetuating nothing but being aggressive and unstable is wrong too. So, in my opinion. But all right, I love you guys. Hope you all have a good day. All right, bye.